Hey everyone, good afternoon. Okay, hope you're having a really good day. It's so beautiful outside. Um, Anyways, I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about what we were talking about in my last class. It was actually really weird. It was a section for my science class, but I guess it's our last section of the year, so we ended up like talking about what makes us happy, um, instead of talking about like nutrition and stuff. But anyways, I thought it was like really touching just hearing our TF talk about like making sure that we know like you know trying not to just get ahead in order to make money or to say that you like know all of these like famous people or whatever, and like actually like finding out what you're passionate about, what you really enjoy, and creating your life out of that, and just trying to figure out like on an individual level like what does happiness mean for you, like what is success as defined by you, and how can you achieve that in order, when you're 60, 70 years old and you look back on your life, you feel that you actually did something that you're proud of, something you can, share with your family, pass on to your children, at least in terms of your own personal legacy. And so we were just brainstorming up a list of things that make people happy, and it included like having friends, getting along well with your family, making money and being comfortable, or just being secure financially, and economically, owning a house and a car, finding love, getting married, having children. How many children do you want to have? How many children can you afford to have? That's really important. And etc. etc. But it was like really important also while creating this list of things that make people happy, to also remember that there are going to be a lot of setbacks in life, whether it be your mental health. You might get depressed once in a while, or your physical health, especially if you're not taking care of yourself by eating properly, getting enough rest, and exercising. Divorce, like the current divorce rate in America, I think 1 out of 2 or maybe even more people that get married end up having a divorce at least once in their lifetime, which I think that's really sad, etc. etc. Like a lot of these setbacks might come up in your life, but are you going to be able to deal with it? Are you going to be able to like move on and continue to do what you can in order to live a full and joyful life? And so we were just talking with each other and sharing some stories about that, especially in regards to graduate school. And JF was telling us about the time he like almost dropped out of med school because he wasn't sure if that's what he was really passionate about, and he was able to discover that he really did care about saving people and educating people about their health and nutrition, which is why he continued in medical school. And I guess it got me like really thinking about like what I really want to do next year. And I'm a person, I love to travel. Like I feel like when I'm 75, if I haven't traveled like 3/4 of the world by that time, like I would be so sad. Like just like learning about other people and experiencing different cultures, it's so important to me. And a lot of the jobs I'm looking at for next year, they're like either in education, or like educational nonprofits, and human rights. And most of the education jobs that I'm looking at now are in Asia, which is like that's one of my favorite continents. So I'm really excited to possibly go there. But I also really want to work with educational nonprofits in low-income American neighborhoods. So I'm kind of conflicted right now as to whether or not I should take this opportunity to go abroad, or take this opportunity to take the first step in building a possible future career for myself. And how often do certain opportunities come up? I don't want to like start my career and then like miss out on a chance to work abroad, or work abroad and miss out on a chance to build my career. Although I think the latter case is more highly unlikely. Like, I can see myself going to work abroad and coming back, and even if I can't get a job with the nonprofit that I'm thinking of right now, there are like tons of other nonprofits out there that I could work with. And I'm also like really passionate about human rights. I really care about the situation in North Korea, the situation in Sudan, the situation in Congo. You know, human rights when it comes to like your health, human rights in terms of education, women's rights, children's rights. You know, making sure. Oh my God, the like amount of women being sexually trafficked these days, it's huge. Like modern day slavery, like no one talks about modern day slavery, but it's still like a present issue that we need to like get at. And I feel like, oh my God, I care about so many things, and I like really like, you know, love a lot of topics. It's really hard to be able to work on all of those things. So I guess it's like trying to like, oh, and I really care about race relations. I've been thinking about that a lot more lately. That'd be awesome to work. Like, you know, communities that have experienced a lot of like race riots and like violence between different like minority groups and like whites or whatever. Working with those communities in order to, you know, try to figure out each side and come to a peace and be able to like tolerate each other. But even more than tolerate each other is to accept each other's cultures and the diversity that each person brings. But yeah, so it's really hard to be like passionate about a lot of things, and then like not being able to find something that can bring all of those different topics together, which is something that, like, you know, I'm really worried about right now. And I guess I'll get more worried about it as I get older, and, you know, I'm trying to find like a steady job that, like, you know, I can live on my income comfortably and still be able to travel, as I said, and like a job that would allow me to travel, because I doubt I'm gonna have like vacation up the wahoozy. So but I also like really want to go to graduate school, and I've been thinking about business school a lot lately, because I think that would help me in case I go into the nonprofit sector, and I was possibly thinking about making my own nonprofit, and if I like actually like start working on it soon, then I'll tell you guys about it later on. But I just wanted to be more like business minded, and not only thinking about the problem from a sociological or humanitarian point of view. I want to be able to like work on the financial side, work on the organizational side as well, which is why I was thinking about business school. Maybe also want to go to ed school, and I thought a little bit about public health school, but I think I'm going to let that one slide back just because I'm more interested in other sociological topics right now versus the public health sector. Other than like, but I'm still like really interested in like the obesity epidemic, especially among like school age children. But I feel like that's also something that can be addressed from an educational point of view. So yeah, anyways, I just wanted to encourage you guys to, you know, sit down and have a conversation with yourselves about, you know, what is it that you're really passionate about, and, you know, making sure that, you know, each day you do something that you really care about, and, you know, maybe you're passionate about making money, and that's fine, you know, make that money. Somebody needs to. Don't let anyone tell you that whatever it is that you care about is not important, or, you know, like not a worthy cause. Just do what's you and like be happy. Just be proud, be confident, and you can achieve a lot. So that's all I wanted to say, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.